Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we're playing Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is based on the pandemic system. Now, this is a game that I got in a trade recently. I really wasn't sure how much I would enjoy it. I just knew that my kids were currently discovering The Clone Wars. That's an animated series that I watched a couple years back, and I really enjoyed it. Now they're getting into it and just getting into Star Wars in general, so I thought this would be a fun one to play together. And as it turns out, I have really enjoyed it too, so I wanted to get it on the channel. Now, before we get into the game, I do want to mention our sponsor, StoneValleyGames.com. This is a fantastic, friendly, distant game store that you can go and find all kinds of great games. They've got war games, RPGs, board games, card games, everything that might help you fulfill your board game needs, your tabletop needs. They can help you out. They also have some cool programs. They have a loyalty program for return customers. They have a program where if you are in the United States military and you're stationed overseas with an AA, AE, or AP address, they'll ship to you for free. And if you are living in the continental United States and you order $100 or more from them, they will ship to you for free as well. So go check them out, StoneValleyGames.com. There's a link in the description below. Also, if you're looking for a way to support the channel, I don't have a Patreon or anything like that, but there are some ways to support the channel. You can check the description for that as well. And one of the best ways is to leave a super thanks in the comments below. You can do that. It's very easy to do, and you'll get a shout out at the first of the month when I upload my top 3 most played games of the previous month. All right, so I actually did not set the game up ahead of time. I wanted to kind of show you the setup just so you can get a feel for it. And if you are familiar with Pandemic, some of this is going to seem familiar, but there are quite a few things once you get into the game that are different from Pandemic. It's not just a Pandemic clone. But first off, we do need to put out the droids to see where they are currently in the system. So you can see every time you pull one of these cards, you've got the name of the planet. It shows you a picture of the planet here, but then down here it shows you where on the board that planet is. So we have Anaxis, which will get 3 droids right here. And then we've got Coruscant, we'll get 3 droids. Then Christophsis will get 2 droids. So all the way over here on the other side. And Ord Mantell will get 2 droids. Then we've got Felucia or Felucia will get 1 droid. And Sullust will get 1. All right, so now we need to see what our missions are going to be. I'm going with the easiest level, which is only 3 missions. Here's our mission deck right here. Sorry for the glare on these sleeve cards. The first mission is going to be Unfinished Business. It takes place at Anaxis. So let's put this over here. Just happens to be one that has 3 droids on it. When completed, I'll search the squad deck and discard for the Bad Batch and add it to the current Jedi's hand and then shuffle the deck. And to do this, I'll have to get 8 successes. And for my cards, I can only use Assault, Stealth, and the Transports. The second one is going to be Hunt for Zero, Nal Hutta. Right there. Attempt mission, to attempt the mission, I'll have to add a success for each Jedi on Nal Hutta. So that's pretty good. And I can only use transports, though, to get my successes, besides rolling the die, of course. And then the third mission, we won't know what that is until we've completed one of the other ones. All right, so I decided this time I will choose my Jedi randomly. We're just going to go with 2 Jedi. All right, so we've got Anakin Skywalker, and let's go from the middle of the deck here. Ayla Secura, and I have not been her before, so each of them has their own free actions. We've got move up to 2 planets for her, and Anakin, free action, he can make an attack, and you can use any of your cards as if they were assault troopers during the attack. All right, so now to find our starting locations for Ayla, she will be starting at Camino. So there she is right here. And for Anakin, Kashyyyk. All right, so that's the setup. Basically, we lose by having a threat make it all the way down here to the Emperor, and then the invasion track tells us how many planets will get invaded every round. We're fighting against Dooku, so let's see. There's actually 4 villains in there, but Dooku I think is pretty cool because he actually brings 2 villains with him. So for setup, well, first off, Dooku will go on this planet here. So Dooku is on Sullust down here. And then Ventress is on Sereno. And Grievous is on Utapau. And Star Wars nerds out there, I know I'm butchering some of these planet names. I sincerely apologize. I know a lot about Star Wars, but some of these names I just can't quite get. All right, so we'll cover what happens on his turn when we get to it, but for now, that's where we're at. All right, so since I drew Anakin first, we'll have Anakin go first. Basically, there's 4 different actions that you can take on your turn. Fly by moving to a connected planet. Attack, roll the die, and then we'll deal the damage and to enemies on your planet, then suffer damage from remaining enemies, and the damage is on the die, and you cannot combine assault and stealth troopers together. You have to use them separately. You can reinforce to draw cards from the deck. You don't draw cards automatically. You do that with an action, and you can attempt the missions as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the villains is that if the villain is on a planet with a mission, I cannot complete that mission. I can't affect that mission at all. And on Dooku's turn, all of the villains will be moving towards the mission planets. No, I'm sorry, that's not true. We're moving towards the closest Jedi is actually what they do in this case. And then Ayla will start with a stealth, an assault, and an armor. All right, so we're going to have Anakin go first. So this mission needs stealth, needs transports, and he has 2 transports. You know what, let's go ahead. Let's see, here's Anakin's hand. Let's go ahead and draw a card for our first action. So now we have an assault trooper. We could go ahead and come over here and take care of Ventress. We could get to her, or we could come down here and take care of this planet that has 3 droids, because that having 3 there definitely has us being pretty close to increasing threat, because you can't have more than 3 droids on a planet. So we'll use this card. By the way, when we use them, you don't discard them. You actually just exhaust them, and you can have a maximum of 7 cards in your hand. But so for our purposes, I'll take them out of my hand and set them to the side so you know which ones I have left. So we'll exhaust that transport, which lets us move 2 planets instead of 1. We'll go 1, 2. And I do think I will come down here and deal with the droids first. And so that was 1 action and 2 actions. Oh, except I did draw a card, so that's actually my 3rd action. And now we'll attack these droids. And remember that Anakin's special ability, his free action, is that when he attacks, the first time he attacks, or basically you get 1 time to do this per round, per turn, he can use all of his cards as assault troopers. So we'll roll this. On here you have successes, and that is damage. So let's see what happens. So 2 successes, and we'll go ahead and use one of our troops. And that'll be 3 successes, so that kills all of the droids and no damage. All right, so then after the player turn, we activate the villain. First thing the villains are going to do, move each villain 1 planet towards the closest Jedi. So Ventress will move here. And I'm pretty sure Ayla is closer to Grievous. And then here we've got 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. Yeah, so Dooku will move towards Anakin as well. So now, this here is just to remind me to always do that first. And now let's see his card. Duel. Each villain deals 1 damage to a different Jedi on their planet. Then those Jedi may move to a connected planet. Well, no villains are on a planet with a Jedi yet, so we're okay. Now we have to invade planets. We're going to invade 2 planets for now. We've got Utapau. And it just gets 1 droid. And Sereno gets 1 droid. There we go. Okay, so now let's go with Ayla. All right, so I think right away we'll just go ahead and draw a card. All right, so now we've got that. And she can move 2 planets as a free action. I think she'll actually come over here and deal with these droids for now. And so that's our free action. So now this is our second action. We're going to attack those droids. Took them out. But you can see there is 1 damage on there. I'll use my armor to prevent 1 damage. All right, so she has 2 more actions. Grievous has 2 health. But I can't. Getting to him would take both of my actions. Let's actually draw a card. So that's another armor. And I'll just draw 1 more card for now. Okay. All right, so villains move. Ventress goes here. There's Dooku. And there's Grievous. Next card. A step ahead. Move each villain 1 planet towards the closest Jedi. All right, so Dooku is now with Anakin, and Grievous is over here. Then draw another villain card. Place 1 droid on each planet with both a Jedi and a villain. Well, we got 1 here and 1 over here. All right. So, we got it. Don't forget the invasion. Malastare. And Obadiah. All right. So now it's Anakin's turn. So he's got all of his cards now. He's got 6 cards. Might as well go ahead and top off. So that gives us our 7th card there. And now we're definitely going to attack and try to take all of this off the board. This would take a total of 5 successes. Easy for Anakin to get with a full hand of cards. So here we go. 0 there. So I am going to have to go ahead and use, I'm going to keep my transport. So we'll use 2 stealth, 2 assault, and the armor. Oh, wait, I'm using, sorry, that was not Anakin's hand. That was Ayla's hand. Come over here. Okay, so this is Anakin's hand plus the one I just drew. So again, though, we've got 5 cards here. We'll use all 5 cards because that's Anakin's special ability. So all 5 cards, and that takes everyone off the board. Don't worry, the villains will definitely be back. And what are we even close to this? Oh, we need 8 successes. So we've done one attack so far, but we've used all of our cards. How many cards do we have? We have 5. Let's draw 2 more. All right, so that's 2 more actions. So the transport, another stealth. Okay, actually, I don't need to mix these up because I need to be able to remember which ones. But so that puts us at 7. So I'm going to keep these cards just the way they are. The problem is now I can pretty easily complete this mission next turn. But you know what? I'm going to move down here. I'll attack Coruscant or attack the droids on Coruscant next time, and then I'll come back and do that mission. That way I'm not wasting an action. All right, so villain. This villain is already with a Jedi, so they're going to stay right where they're at. Let's see what this does. Duel. Each villain deals 1 damage to a different Jedi on their planet. So Ayla gets hit, and sorry, I didn't mean to mix those up. She does have this armor available to her, so she'll use that to absorb the damage, and then those Jedi may each move to a connected planet. So she will move up here because she'll start making her way to this mission planet here. All right, now let's see. We've got Alderaan and Toydaria. So it is Ayla's turn now. She's got 6 cards. She'll go ahead and let's see. And what do we need? We need mainly. She has no transports. What is Anakin's got a ton of transports. So she doesn't need. Maybe moving away wasn't such a good idea. I was thinking she had more transports. I forgot that was Anakin. You know what? I'll have had her move down here instead, just because that was simply me misremembering which hand belonged to who. So she's going to move down here. That way she can go ahead and make an attack right there. Okay, so that droid's gone. She will use 1 armor to absorb that damage as well. And now she'll do her 2 movement. 1, 2. And which is, that was her free movement. She's going to attack again. Nice. All right, so got rid of that droid. But again, use armor to absorb. And then she's got 6 cards. She's going to draw 2 cards. All right, and okay, we're going to get rid of that armor. We don't need more armor, so we'll discard that. So now she's got 7 cards, 3 stealth, and 2 assault. And that's the end of her turn. So Grievous will move down here. And then let's see what we got here. Puppet Master. Off-board villains get placed like this. Ventress goes back to Serrano. Dooku is going to go to the current Jedi's planet, so over here on Malastare. And then each Jedi exhausts 1 card for each villain on their planet. So that's just Ayla, so she'll exhaust Comet. All right, so now we've got Lola Sayu and Mustafar. All right, so back to Anakin down here on Coruscant. We're going to take those droids out. All right, make sure I get the right hand of cards here. All right, so we're going to take these droids out. So first thing is attack. Oh, you got to be kidding me. All right, so let's think about this, though. Well, all of these are needed for unfinished business. So I'm just going to use 1. I'm just going to use 1 just so we can take the pressure off Coruscant. That way, if it ends up getting another droid, it doesn't get blockaded. All right, so now we've got 6 successes here. We're going to move, by the way, right here. All right, so we've got 6 successes here, meaning that when we attempt this mission, we only need to roll a 2. All right, so we're going to attempt the mission. This is our 3rd action. Oh, nice. 2. So all the rest of these cards are required. 2 successes plus 6, that's 8. We then take 1 damage. All right, and so we've got a ton of the transport. So when you take damage, you discard a card. So we'll discard that transport. Then, when completed, search the squad deck and discard for the Bad Batch and add it to the current Jedi's hand, and then shuffle the deck. There they are. Bad Batch, deal 2 damage on your planet. Right, so shuffle the squad deck up. All right, and then the new mission and last mission is Bombad Jedi. It's on Rhodia. When you attempt the mission, roll the die twice and use the total results. Oh, that's pretty cool. But the only thing we can use is stealth. All right, so let's see. For Anakin, he attacked, moved, attempted the mission. One more action. We've got 7 cards, so we're not gonna draw. I think we'll just move towards. Well, Ventress is gonna move towards him anyway. I don't necessarily want her to have a turn on the planet with him. So you know what? We'll move down here to Ord Mantell and maybe take those droids out next go round. All right, so they move towards Jedi, and then we've got Planet Under Siege. Advance the invasion marker. Draw the bottom card from here. So Rishi is going to get 3 droids. Shuffle this up. Might as well go ahead and shuffle this too. And then draw 2 Sereno. And Malastare. Okay. All right, so Ayla's turn. Okay. She'll just go ahead and attack, so maybe we can take Dooku off the board for a few turns. 2 successes gets Dooku, and 1 more success. We'll go with Bly. Gets the droid. Oops. All right, so let's see. We've got 3. I think we got a shot at getting this. So we'll go. Actually, you know what, though? For her free action will be to move here, and she's going to go ahead and try to take out Grievous as well. All right, so that's 1 damage. Just need 1 more damage to Grievous. We'll use Comet, so that takes Grievous out. And for that damage, we'll use the ATRT, so no damage. All right, so that's 2 actions so far. Attack, then free move, and then attack. And then she'll move here. That's her 3rd action. And you know what? Let's go ahead and attempt this mission. So roll the die twice and use the total results. So that's 2 successes and a damage. 5 successes, 2 damage. 2 more successes, and that completes Bombad Jedi. Wow. Okay. So we'll put this up here. Because whenever you only have 1 mission left, it goes on to whatever that last mission is. But she needs 2 damage. We'll use this armor to absorb 1 of the damage, and then we'll actually discard the other armor. Now, I think that was all of her actions, okay? So the only villain left is here. She'll go down to Ord Mantell. And place 1 droid on each planet with both Jedi and villain. So Ord Mantell has 3 droids now. Mustafar. And Toydaria. All right, well, back to Anakin, and we'll go ahead and attack Ord Mantell. So that's 2 damage gets her, and I think we're actually going to use... Nah, you know what? We'll hold on to the Bad Batch for now. We'll use Colt, Kix, and Jet to take out these 3 droids. So that's 1 attack, and then we're going to move 3 times, each time using a transport. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. I guess the last time will just get us there without using the transport. Okay, so no villains on the board currently. I can't believe how well I'm doing right now. I guess it's finally clicking. Advanced invasion marker, okay. Bottom card is going to get invaded. Corellia. And, oh, this actually is not going to be great. So we've got Sereno. And see, we're at invasion level 3 now. Corellia. Okay, so threat goes up because we have 3 droids here already. And it becomes blockaded. So before you can do anything else on here, before you can attack droids or do missions if that was still going on, then we would have to get rid of the blockade. Then we've got Malastare. All right. So now Ayla. And she doesn't have any transport. She could come down here and deal with this, but I think we're just going to go... well, actually, she doesn't... Like I said, she doesn't have any transport. So really, that probably is what she should do. Yeah, we'll come down here. She'll attack the blockade. So that 2 takes care of the blockade. Plus, we'll use our 3 stealth troopers to take that out. And then she'll use her free action to go 1, 2. And now she'll attack for her 3rd action. So that's 2 droids gone, and she'll use this armor to absorb that damage. And then she'll draw a card for her last action. She's got a lot of stealth troopers. So, move each villain 1 planet toward the closest Jedi, and then draw another villain card. Well, no villains on the board at the moment. Each villain deals 1 damage to a different Jedi on their planet. Then those Jedi may each move to a connected planet. Oh, so easy turn that time. So Anakin is going to attempt the mission. Well, actually, no, not yet. Let's see. Anakin will draw... Let's draw a card. Let's try to get some more transports. So we'll actually discard Heavy. Draw another card. Discard Havoc. We're just going to kind of mine the deck here. Draw another card. Ah, man, discard Blitz. Okay, so last action we will roll. We need to get a 3, which I think there's only one side with a 3. But let's give it a shot. Almost. We got a 2. Oh, wait. Attempt. Oh, no. We add a success for each Jedi here. So Anakin automatically is 1 success, plus 2 is 3, plus these 3 makes 6. All right, so that mission is done. Now, we go into the finale. So we flip this over. Finale setup. Place Dooku and both mission markers on Coruscant. And Dooku. Return Ventress to the box. So Ventress is done. All right. So at the beginning of the villain turn, move each villain one planet toward the nearest Jedi. And then when Dooku is removed after the attack, return him to Coruscant and place 1 droid from the supply on the sheet. When there are 4 droids on this sheet, you win. So now we are just actively going after Dooku, and Grievous will eventually come back out. So, but that was the end of Anakin's turn. All right. So Dooku is going to move 1 planet towards the Jedi. And then what do we have here? So Grievous comes out to Utapau. Each Jedi exhausts 1 card for each villain on their planet. Well, there are no villains on their planets. Okay, so now it's Aelis's turn again. All right, so she's got 7 cards. And she's going to head for Dooku. 1, 2. So that's her free action. And then first action will actually be come down here to Dooku. And she'll attack him. And you can see now Dooku has 5 health. So that's 2. So we've got to use, we'll use 3 of our stealth troopers. And that makes 5. So he comes down here, place 1 droid right there. So that's the first time we have to fight him. And she's used 2 actions. 3. There's 3 right there. And 2 more troopers. And so that is another time. And essentially, now that we have him on Coruscant, it's going to just be us fighting on Coruscant. But that's the end of her turn. So villain turn. Grievous will come down here. Each villain deals 1 damage to a different Jedi on their planet. Well, that's 1 damage to her, but she will discard her armor to protect herself. Let's go ahead and shuffle this back up. All right, and then for the invasion, we've got Mustafar, Toydaria, and Lola Sayu. All right, so Anakin's turn. And Anakin has all these transports, so we can go 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. So that's 3 actions, and then he will attack. Oh, nothing there. So he's going to use the Bad Batch. That's 2 damage. Or actually, hold on. Maybe he doesn't have to. No, definitely does. 2 damage, 3, 4, 5. And then a 6th from this. Because remember, Anakin, one time when he attacks every round, he can use everything in his hand as assault troopers. But that gets Dooku and 1 droid. Of course, Dooku comes right back. But also there was a droid left on the planet. Oh, and I think I forgot. Aelis probably should have taken an additional damage. So she'll actually have to discard this. And Bad Batch, of course, was discarded as well. But Anakin would have taken a damage. So we'll just discard one of our transports. So, but that was the end of Anakin's turn. So Grievous moves again. Place one droid on each planet with both a Jedi and a villain. So Coruscant has 2 droids. And then we've got Alderaan. The mission planet. And a Nexus. All right, but unless something goes horribly wrong, this should be the end right here. So Ayla will attack Dooku. 1, and then oh no. And she didn't get him. Okay, because look, remember, she cannot use both stealth and assault at the same time unless a mission specifically calls for it. So that means that she cannot generate 5 damage. So instead, can she attack the droids before a villain? Yes, she can. It's just they can't attempt the missions before the finale. So she'll actually take out 3 of these guys. We'll use the 3 stealth troopers for that. And then she takes a damage because of Dooku, and so she will use this to prevent the damage. So now she'll draw a card, and she'll discard that. And she's got 2 more actions, so she'll draw again and discard that, and draw again. And she'll hold on to that and discard this. Oh, no, she doesn't have to. I'm sorry. Now she has 7 cards, actually. So, okay. But these have been exhausted so far, but she's got these still ready to go. Not that they'll do anything, but that's the end of her turn. All right, so now Grievous shows up over here. Problematic. All right, each Jedi exhausts 1 card for each villain on their planet. Anakin's already completely exhausted, but we'll exhaust Cody and Comet for Ayla. And then we've got Christophsis. Coruscant. Okay, good. I'm glad we got rid of those droids. Otherwise, it would be blockaded right now. And Utapau. All right, Anakin's turn. It's got this should be the end right here. So he's going to attack. Remember, he can use all of these as assault troopers. That's 2. And then 1, 2, 3, we'll say. And that finishes off Dooku because that's the 4th time. When there are 4 droids on the sheet, you win. So that went a lot smoother than has been my experience in the past. I guess I got some good draws as far as where the droids were going. As far as, with this deck, the Planet Under Siege card being at the bottom the first time through helped a lot because it really minimized my chances of getting a blockade earlier, which the blockades have really caused a problem for us in the past. And I got some good rolls too. So yeah, I definitely will not play this solo on the Padawan level anymore, which is why I only had 3 missions. I'll definitely bump it up for more missions. That's one of the main ways to increase the difficulty. Also, some of the other, I wonder if Dooku maybe is one of the easier villains to deal with. I know Maul seems pretty difficult. Maul has this power track and everything. I haven't played against Grievous at all yet. Ventress was a pain because she would always run towards my mission planets, and if she's on a mission planet, you can't complete the mission as long as she's there. I'm pretty sure that was what her ability was. Anyway, a lot of fun. Really some cool ways that they bring the theme into this. And if you are familiar with the Clone Wars, animated series, you know, a lot of the missions are all from that. Hunt for Zero was an episode. Bombad Jedi was an episode. I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm pretty sure all these are episodes. And then the clones themselves, Cody is a clone that I definitely know. I think I remember Comet. I'm not sure about that one. Pons, I definitely remember. Kix, I'm pretty sure I remember him. The Bad Batch, of course. Heavy. I don't know about Havoc, but Heavy for sure. Anyway, some really cool stuff in here. A lot of fun. Be sure to check out my other videos on the channel. If you like this one, if you like my other videos, leave a super thanks in the comments below. Come back for How to Play Frosthaven is still going on, that series. I am almost done scripting part 2 of How to Play Aeon Trespass Odyssey. And we've got How to Play 1815 Scum of the Earth coming up as well. And until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.